Hey guys, how's it going? It's Lewis from the Indigo Auction. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about, well, some things that I've kind of missed over the last sort of few weeks. So we're going to discuss a little bit about what's been going on with the business. We'll be talking a little bit about the Phantasmal Flames launch and how that went for myself. And we're going to discuss Mega Dream and Ascended Heroes in detail. I'm Lewis, I run the Indigo Auction. If you don't know, I'm a small startup selling Japanese Pokemon cards, looking to grow and become a well-known business. I know, original, selling Japanese Pokemon cards, but gotta start somewhere, right? So where have I been? So I've been really busy, quite honestly. Family life can really catch up with you quite quickly, especially when you're trying to juggle the day job, you're trying to juggle the side hustle, you're trying to juggle the business. It all just falls into one massive horrible basket, and you just, with my brain, I just can't find time to record, and I'm really sorry. It's going to be one thing that I really try to work on in the new year, is trying to come out with some new content for you guys to tune into regularly. And I do have ideas. I have disclosed it to a few people that speak to me regularly, but I think it will be a fun one to do. I'm going to start doing it from next week. So follow me, subscribe me, all that jazz with social media. It's all in the bio. You'll be able to find it all there. So the business as a whole has been doing quite well over the last month or so. It's been a little bit subdued. I think that's probably down to the release of Phantasmal Flames. Obviously, the new English set is obviously going to garner a lot of attention. And generally speaking, it's that sort of weird period before the holidays where everyone's kind of trying to save their money for Christmas, which it's quite understandable. I'm not expecting people to come in and drop hundreds and hundreds of pounds on products when they have other things that they need to take care of. Basically, I get it. We all have lives, we all have things we need to buy. But moving on to the Phantasmal Flames launch, I did participate quite a bit in this because Inferno X is a set that I really sort of jumped into and tried to complete. Still missing the two Zards, of course I am. And I find myself in a rather similar predicament with the English set too. Funny that. And I don't really want to pay hundreds of pounds for single cards, so those spaces in the binder are probably going to remain empty for quite some time. What do I think of the set as a whole? I think Phantasmal Flames is really good. I know a lot of people said that the set was carried quite heavily by the Charizards in the set, which I think is quite a valid opinion. But I do think, generally speaking, there are a lot of really nice cards in the set. Like, for instance, I really like the Piplup, the Dugong, and the Dawn SIR. I think those were really nice cards within the set. I think it's quite a nice, refreshing change of pace from some of the larger sets that have been coming out recently. So I think I opened a grand total of, well, if I'm going to estimate the number of booster packs I've opened, I've probably done about 80 to 120, in that sort of range. And I have more or less finished the sets, apart from obviously the Gold Zard, the Full Art Zard, and the SIR Charizard, which, I don't know, I feel like there's room for the price of the cards to drop somewhat. I've been, the craziness that went on when the card first came out, people paying £1,200 for a brand new card. By the way, guys, don't fucking do that. That's stupid. Be smart with your money, okay? You just wait a few weeks. And of course, the prices of these cards all drop down to £400. For that, well, I've been seeing the gold Zards down at 300, 350. The SIR sort of sitting around £500 at the moment. And yeah, I think as a whole, the set was nice. It was small, it was quite compact, it was easy to collect, and I had to queue a few times at my LGS and at Smith's to get hold of stuff. But I think in the end it was worth it. I don't think the whole experience was bad. But that's where we're going to move on a little bit onto the new set, Mega Dream. So, those of you who live under a rock, or people who don't necessarily follow Pokemon super hard, but I don't know why you're here if you don't. Basically, the Mega Dream is the new holiday set which has come out in Japan. It is the high class set. If you're not aware, sort of an example of a high class set is Terrestrial Festival, where you have more cards in each pack, sorry, and generally speaking, you have higher hit rates than you would normally. So I believe in the Mega Dream set, you have a guaranteed like EX or higher. Unsure how this correlates to the English set because I didn't really collect Well, I tried to collect Prismatic, but we all know how well that goes when we're trying to master set something as horrible as that. Um, so Mega Dream, I think it's been really popular. I've watched a lot of streams. I've watched a lot of Whatnot. I don't necessarily participate in the Whatnot streams that with the new sets. I did pick up a whole load of bulk from a streamer because I think it's good if you're trying to like master set something. You know, the streamers just want the big hits, they just want to get rid of the bulk as quick as they can. So I did pick up a whole load of stuff for like £15-20, I think it was, which, if you think about the values of the packs individually, does work out quite nicely. So they're all in the binder, sort of ready to go. And then my own shipment of Mega Dream, which I've got going out to customers, should be arriving today. If it doesn't magically have some other diversion. So I'll be ripping some more of that, and I'm really, really hoping I get some heat. Um, I do actually have some unconventional chase cards in the set. I mean, the Mewtwo I really like. I don't know, I feel like it has a bit more of a nostalgic feel to it as opposed to the Team Rocket's Mewtwo from the Destined Rivals set. And honestly, the one of the SIRs that I am actually most interested in is the Mega Frostlass. Like, I actually really think she looked beautiful in the card. Like, I really like the geisha girl sort of style that it's got to it. I just think it's going to look really nice in the binder. And I see the Dragonite SIR itself is also very nice. I'm not that fussed about the Gengar, to be honest. Like, yeah, sure, it'd be cool to hit it, because it's probably one of the most expensive cards in the set. But will I be mad if I don't have it? I don't think so. Personally, anyway. Like, Gengar's never been, like, one of my favourite Pokemon anyway, so it's not a huge deal if I get him or not. It'd be more a case of, oh, god damn, I can't finish, like, master set my Mega Dream because I can't get hold of it at a decent price. Speaking of decent prices as well, guys, if you're looking for singles for Mega Dream, please, for the love of God, do not buy them off of streamers on Whatnot. Like, there are good people and whatnot who sell them for a good price, but the majority of people, the prices are so inflated. Honestly, I'll probably do a video on this, but there are loads of different sites you can go on, which are Japanese sites, and you can go and pick up these cards so cheap. Like, I did this for Inferno X when I just needed singles. I just went on with that bam, 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 bam. I literally spent probably like £30-40. And if I'd bought the equivalent like in England, it would probably cost me like triple the money, to be honest. um, so yeah, I'll do a video on that at some point, probably, just to give you guys some ideas of where you can go to pick up some of these Japanese singles, if that's something you're into. But Mega Dream, I think, it's a good set. It does have the stupid card variants, which I'm not happy about. I don't like it when you have to collect, the common, and then you have to collect a Pokeball version of it. And then there's like energy versions of some cards in this set as well, and I don't know. I just don't think it's wholly necessary. Like, I'm just kind of old school where we just had the commons and then the hollow, like the cool hollows. Can we just go back to doing that a lot more often? I feel like Phantasmal Flames was a good step in the direction towards that. Like, I think going forwards that should be the standard. We don't need to be collecting 200 plus cards in a set. Let's be real. We're not all made of money. So that moves me on to Ascended Heroes. So Ascended Heroes is the English name for the Mega Dream set. The first products come out at the end of January. Now, this is where I have some issues. So we've all been on the Pokemon Center. We've all done the pre-orders. We've looked at the product lists, and some of you keen-eyed people probably see that It's quite a staggered release of stuff. I believe the first products to come out for it are like blister packs and like sticker collections. So you're telling me that someone at the Pokemon Company decided, how can we get booster packs into collectors' hands in the most efficient way possible? Logic would dictate booster bundle, right? That should be the first product that comes out. Wrong. Okay. ETB maybe? You get some cool stuff in the box as well, and you get like 9 booster packs. That's a good way to get. No. No. We're not going to give them that first. We're going to give them 2 free packs at a time. And then you have to wait. I think. So, start of January, the stuff comes out. And then in March, I believe, is the ETB release. And then April is the booster bundle release. Are you kidding me, Pokemon Center? Like, are you stupid? Like, someone decided, let's not do the most cost effective and most efficient way of giving booster packs to people first. Let's just make people grind. Let's make people have to queue up to fight over packs of 2 or 3 booster packs. Doesn't like the scalpers are going to have a field day with us lot because they're going to pick up all these booster packs. No one can get hold of them. They're going to end up on Whatnot for £20-30 a booster pack because no one can get hold of the buggers. What are us common people meant to do? It just makes collecting such a faff. Like, you have, well, they haven't even announced like what the additional English cards are in the set either. So we don't have a confirmed number of cards in the set. The high class sets always have high numbers of cards to collect. Like, if we're having to only pick up like 2 or 3 booster packs at a time, like, my god, it's going to take forever. And I don't know about you guys, but I quite like being able to just sort of I get my booster packs in early. I did it with Phantasmal Flames. I got like 2 booster boxes, 2 booster bundles. I had like 3 ETBs, and then that was me more or less done. I somehow didn't pull the Zards. I don't know how I didn't, because everybody else somehow was. I just don't think it's a good thing for the hobby, because Pokemon Company could have made it easier for people to get hold of products, but for some reason they're not. And it kind of makes me think that they like things selling at high. Well, of course they like things being sold at high values because it makes them more money. I do hope that maybe they change their mind and maybe add in another product or two that comes out earlier. I think they have done that with a couple of previous sets which have come out. I think Black and White Flare had another product added, like mini tins and that sort of stuff, just to make it easier for people to get hold of product, because as it currently stands, I just feel like it's gonna be awful for people. Because it's not like you're going to be able to walk into your local LGS and just be like, hey, can I like pick up a couple of packs? Because I don't have booster boxes for these sets. So the LGSs are only going to be stocking like the pre-pack like sticker collections and stuff. Otherwise, they're not going to have any packs for anyone, which is nuts, to be honest. But I don't know. We're going to see how this goes. I'm looking forward to Mega Dream as a whole. I think the set is really, really nice. But I think the English release is going to suck. Personally. Unless some news comes out and they do decide to change the order of some stuff of when products get released. But historically, Pokemon has never really done that. When they say this is the release schedule, that generally tends to be the release schedule. So thanks for hanging around, guys, listening to my little rant about the state of the market and Mega Dream Ascended Heroes. If you want to just drop a like and a subscribe, I would really, really appreciate the support. And you'll be able to get first dibs on the new content that's going to come out next week. Also, head over to www.theindigoauction.com. We do have booster boxes on sale. We have various offers that sort of float about here and there. If you sign up to the mailing list on the website, and then if you follow me at Instagram, You'll know straight away when there is a set on offer, or whether there's some pre-delivery for you guys. I do it quite regularly. I like to help you guys out with getting some product. In the meantime, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I will speak to you all again soon. Peace.